anyone wishes to take the floor, the Honourable Linda Tambua, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I rise to contribute to the debate on the report by the PRB. But before I do that, I just want to remind the Honourable Minister for Health that his disappointment with our walkout this morning pales in comparison to the disappointment and heartache that under his watch has been caused with the lack of services at the Savusavu Hospital. So he should be more worried about that. And his own PS has admitted that that hospital is not up to par. And the absence of the generator during the TC Ana has quite possibly led to the death of a young lady.
Honourable Minister, you have the floor.
Honourable Speaker, she has misled Parliament. There were 2 generators there. They were used during TC Yasa, and also TC Ana. You have misled Parliament. Take it back.
I thank the Honourable Minister. Honourable Member, just stick to the
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I'll move on. Now, Honourable Speaker, the report as found by the committee expressed some issues of concern. And this is in 2016, and I wish to address those. The first is the funding for capital developments under public and private partnerships. Now, the Housing Authority developments, which we've heard from the Minister, has been now given over to be developed or by IFC. There's still no update about that, and we haven't heard in this House what is happening there, even though we were informed last year. Now, has there been any PRB-type developments, new developments to date by the government? Or they've just been taken down, like the PRB flats in Rewanga, and nothing has been put in place. The report notes a decrease in demand for PRB rentals. And it appears from the graph there that most of our people have given up, waiting. They've been on the waiting list, and we still have families that live in PRB flats that have gone above the means test and should be out of there. What is the ministry doing about it? Now, we have seen recently and over the years a population boom in our urban centres, Honourable Speaker, with substandard housing for the majority of our population that live in these areas. Now, the recent cyclones, Honourable Speaker, have shown our lack of adequate housing in the squatter and informal settlements, with poor drainage systems caused by immense flooding, as well as roofs being blown off and homes destroyed. Honourable Speaker, I visited a settlement called Uduna in Nakasi in the past week. And there are about 15 families that live there, wedged in between the homes there, still haven't had electricity connected to date. And their concern is that there are now stringent requirements and costs to connecting their electricity. So this is something that EFL needs to look at in terms of providing for low-income families in connecting electricity to their settlement. So, but they had a few roofs blown off just from TC Ana, Honourable Speaker, and they've been displaced. So our most vulnerable, which are our urban poor, are left on the wayside. They don't have access to these PRB flats, which are full. There's no space there, and the waiting list, obviously, our people have given up there. But I now move on, Honourable Speaker, to the decision by the government or their policy to merge Housing Authority and PRB. Now, the Minister for Housing in February last year talked about this merge, and it's still in its transition stage, as noted in the report. I wonder whether this policy is an effective move, Honourable Speaker, or they should still be kept separate and independent from the ministry. I refer specifically, Honourable Speaker, to the recent stabbing in the PRB in Mid Road, Nambua, where the Minister issued a statement blaming the PRB employees and the board for that. She stated that she had directed the board to profile all the tenants, and that by that date, January 8th of this year, nothing had been done. However, Honourable Speaker, there are conflicting reports from within the ministry saying that the employees had provided a very extensive profiling to the ministry and was conducted by the board. So who's telling the truth? In any event, Honourable Speaker, now that the government has brought PRB and Housing Authority under it and merging the two, the buck stops with the minister The Minister needs to accept responsibility for what happened and not blame the employees, who apparently have done their job. Now, Honourable Speaker, our Constitution in the Bill of Rights states, at Section 35, that our people have the right to accessible and adequate housing. I think there should be another word added there, Honourable Speaker, affordable. Accessible, adequate, and affordable housing. Our tens of thousands of people who live in substandard housing, Honourable Speaker, with no directed connected water, no electricity, and frequent flooding, as well as poor structures that have easily blown away or are a threat to life and person during this frequent cyclone season, Honourable Speaker, should be addressed. We've been informed that the IFC has taken over to provide housing that can be owned by our low income. What's the update of that? Nothing. Nothing from the ministry. Honourable Speaker, I wish to thank the committee for highlighting the concerns in the works of the PR brief from 2016. It appears today that it hasn't improved. The government must do better, and they should do better. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.